Hello all, welcome to Bapuji NEET and JEE Academy. So myself Mahesh. So in the previous session we were discussing about the androecium. Okay, so the units of the androecium, that is the stamen. Stamen, it is consisting of a filament and anther. And in the previous class we were discussing about microsporogenesis, that is the development and formation of microspore or the pollen grain from the microspore mother cell through the meiotic cell division or meiosis, that is called as the microsporogenesis, right? So in the previous session we were also discussing about the pollen grain. What is another name for pollen grain? Male gametophyte, and it is commonly called as the microspore, right? So microspore which is developing from the microspore mother cell through the meiosis, that is called as microsporogenesis. In the previous session we were also discussing about the structure of the microspore and the causes. We know that the most of the species of the microspore which pollen grain which causes the allergy, and it also leads to the bronchial applications like chronic respiratory disorders, that is the asthma and bronchitis. And the many western countries they use large that is a large quantity of the pollen supplement, that is the pollen products like pollen tablets and pollen syrups, which increases the performance of athletics and race horses. We know that. Okay, so in the previous session we were also discussing about viability of pollen grain. The viability of pollen grain of wheat and rice plant, that is which lose the viability within 30 minutes, and the viability of the members which comes under the family Rosaceae, Leguminosae and Solanaceae, that viability of pollen grain is last for a month, that is 2 to 3 months, right? So it is totally depends upon the factors like the optimum temperature and humidity, right? Yes. So and the pollen grains are also stored in the low temperature, extreme low temperature, that is minus 196 degrees Celsius in the liquid nitrogen medium, that is called as a cryopreservation. In this session we were discussing about the female reproductive part of the flower. What is the female reproductive part of the flower? That is the gynoecium, and units of the gynoecium, that is the pistil or carpel, right? So that gynoecium which are representing the female reproductive organ or female reproductive structure of the flower, and the unit of the gynoecium, that is the pistil or carpel, right? So the pistil or carpel, they are the units of gynoecium, pistil or carpel. Okay, so remember one thing students. So if the gynoecium is made up of only one carpel, then it is called as a monocarpellary. Okay, so if the gynoecium is made up of only one carpel, it is called as a monocarpellary gynoecium, that is the monocarpellary gynoecium. Example, Anacardiaceae. The species which comes under the Anacardiaceae, they show the monocarpellary gynoecium is made up of only one carpel. Okay, so if the gynoecium is made up of many number of carpels, then it is called as multicarpellary gynoecium. Okay, so multicarpellary gynoecium means the gynoecium is made up of many carpel or many pistil, that is called as multicarpellary gynoecium. Okay, so consider if all that is a many number of carpels are present in the gynoecium, if all the carpels are fused to one another, then it is called as multicarpellary syncarpous gynoecium. And the example, the best example for the multicarpellary syncarpous gynoecium. Multicarpellary means that is more than a single number of carpel present in the gynoecium, that is called as multicarpellary. And if all the carpels are fused to one another, that is called as what? Syncarpous. Multicarpellary syncarpous gynoecium. It is seen in the plant, that is called as what? Papaver. Multicarpellary syncarpous pistil. Okay, it is seen in the species, that is the Papaver somniferum. Okay, and if all the carpels are free to one another, they are not fused to one another, they are free to one another, they are not joined to one another, then it is called as multicarpellary apocarpous gynoecium or pistil, that is called as multicarpellary apocarpous gynoecium. That multicarpellary apocarpous gynoecium, it is seen in the plant, that is called as what? Michelia champaka. Okay, Michelia champaka flower It is consisting of female reproductive structure, that is the gynoecium. Okay, many number of carpels are there. It is a multicarpellary, but all carpels are free to one another. They are not fused to one another. That is called as apocarpus. Apocarpus means the carpels are free. That is called as apocarpus. If the carpels are free, fused, that is called as syncarpus. Multicarpellary syncarpus gynoecium. It is seen in the species that is called as Papaver somniferum. Multicarpellary apocarpus gynoecium is seen in the species that is called as Michaelia champaka plants, right? Yes. So in this session we were discussing about pistil or carpel parts. Okay, that is the usually female reproductive part, that is the gynoecium, units of the gynoecium, that is the pistil or carpel. Okay, and usually pistil or carpel, it is consisting of 3 parts. Okay. So this is one part, and this is the style, and this is the ovary, right? So the each pistil or carpel, it is consisting of 3 important parts, right? So that is the uppermost, the landing platform of the pollen grain. Uppermost landing platform of the pollen grain, that region it is called as what? The stigma. That region, what is stigma? Stigma which receive the pollen grain, which is present in the air or which is carried by the insect. Okay, it is the landing platform where pollen grains are landed, where pollen grains are, which provide platform for pollen grains, where pollen grains are landed, that is the stigma. Okay, and between the stigma and ovary, there is a elongated slender like structure. That elongated slender like structure, that is called as a style. Okay, and that style which connects the stigma and ovary, and the basal bulged structure which is attached to the thalamus. Okay, the single bulged means that is the swollen, right? So bulged swollen structure which is attached to the thalamus of the flower, that bulged structure it is called as what? Ovary. Very most important part of the pistil or carpel, that is the ovary, right? So pistil is consisting of 3 important parts: stigma, style and ovary. So inside the ovary there is an cavity. That name of the cavity is called as, inside the ovary there is an cavity. The cavity which is present inside the ovary, that cavity is refers to as ovarian cavity. That cavity is refers to as ovarian cavity, right? So inside that ovarian cavity, it is also called as locule. It is also refers to as a locule, right? So inside that ovarian cavity, that is locule, ovules are attached to the cushion like structure that is present in the ovarian cavity. That cushion like structure, that is called as what? Placenta. So this is called as what? Cushion like structure which is present inside the ovarian cavity. That cushion like structure called as what? Placenta. Okay. So in that placenta, many small structure, megasporangium are attached. Okay, so that is the another name for the megasporangium, that is called as what? Ovules. The ovules are attached, the very small structures of the megasporangiums are attached to the cushion like structure present inside the ovarian cavity. That ovarian cavity is called as locule or chamber, right? So that cushion like structure, that is the placenta. Okay, in that placenta the ovules are attached to it. Okay, and what is the another name for ovulum? Ovule is also called as a megasporangium, right? So yes, so let us discuss about the megasporangium or the structure of the ovule. Yes, so most common type of ovule present in the angiospermic plant, that is called as anatropous ovule. Anatropous ovule. What is another name for ovulum? Ovule, it is also called as megasporangium. Okay, ovule it is commonly called as what? Megasporangium. Ovule is also commonly called as a megasporangium. It is also called as what? Ovule. See, it is simply called as a ovule. Okay, and the most common type of ovule, that is the anatropous ovule, which is given to your NCERT, right? So that ovule, it is attached to the placenta. We know that ovule, it is attached to the placenta by means of stalk of the ovule. Okay, that stalk of the ovule, it is called as funicle. What is the stalk of the ovule? The stalk of the ovule, that is called as what? Funicle, right? Yes, and that funicle which fuses to the ovule body, okay, that region it is called as hilum. That region is refers to as hilum. What is hilum? Hilum, it is the junction between funicle and ovule body. Okay, funicle ಮತ್ತು ovule body ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂತ junction. Okay, that junction is refers to as hilum, right? So what is the stalk of the ovule? That is the funicle. The ovule is attached to the placenta. So that my megasporangia is attached to the placenta by means of stalk, that is called as funicle. Funicle which is fuses with the ovule body, through that region it is called as hilum. Hilum, it is the junction between the funicle and ovule body. Okay, you just remember that. Okay, the next one. Actually, ovule body which is protected by the one or two envelopes, okay, or which is protected by the one or two covering layers. That one or two covering layers, that is called as what? Integuments. That one or two covering layers, it is refers to as integuments, right? So if the integument which is present in the external region or outer side, that is called as outer integument. Okay, so if the integument which is present inside that outer integument and inner integument, okay, if the integument present outer side, that is called as outer integument, and if the integument which is present inside, that is called as inner integument. What is the function of integuments? Which is meant for protection, which gives the protection to the inner that is the inner tissue which is present in the ovule, right? So that is about the integuments. And remember one thing, that integuments which is surrounding the mass of the nutritive cells present in the ovule, that is called as what? Nucellus, right? So that nucellus, they are made up of homogeneous mass of the cell, means a similar kind of the cells. That cells which stored abundant reserve food material, large number of abundant food material, it is stored in the nucellus. That nucellus which is protected by the outer integument and inner integuments, right? So but that integument which not protected, so that nucellus which is totally protected by, or it is surrounded by the integument, except the opening. That opening, it is called as what? Micropylar opening. That opening, it is called as what? Micropylar opening. Okay, so that integument which is surrounding totally nucellus, okay, but except that tip of the ovule, okay, that tip of the ovule, there is an opening. That opening, it is called as a micropylar opening, and that pole, it is called as micropylar pole. That pole is refers to as a micropylar pole. And opposite to the micropylar region, opposite, okay, so here it is the micropylar region. Opposite to the micropylar region, there is another one pole, it is called as what? Chalazal pole. Opposite to the micropylar pole, there is a pole, it is called as what? Chalazal pole. Okay, and totally ovule body which containing the mass of nutritive tissue, that is called as what? Nucellus. In that nucellus, usually which containing how many embryo sac? One embryo sac. Okay, and remember one thing, that embryo sac, it is also called as embryo sac, it is also refers to as female gametophyte. It is also refers to as a female gametophyte, right? So the ovule which is attached to the cushion like structure, that is the placenta, by means of the stalk called as a funicle which is fuses with the ovule body through the junction, it is called as what? Hilum. Okay, so the hilum, it is a junction between the funicle and ovule body which is protected by the envelope, that is called as integuments which are surrounding the nucellus. Okay, so the except at the tip of the ovule there is an opening, that is called as micropylar opening. Opposite to the micropyle, chalaza is present, and that inside that integument there is a homogeneous mass of the cells which store the abundant food material, that is called as nucellus. Right, so that nucellus which usually containing the most of the angiospermic plants which containing the one embryo sac, that embryo sac, it is also called as female gametophyte. So how the female gametophyte is present in the which is present in the ovule, what is the function of the female gametophyte, how it is developed. Okay, so that is discussed in the next session. Okay, so if you understand my concept, students, please drop the likes and share my channel, and as well as comment in the comment section. Thank you.